What's up, y'all? I am here in Leadville, about to do a little bit more recon on the Leadville 100 course. As you can see, we are starting off with a beautiful morning here. Despite it being mid-August, it's still fairly chilly. As far as the setup, I came out here last week and did a little recon. I was on a 34-21. I moved that down to a 32-20, which I'm still thinking might be a little bit too tall, mainly because I just don't want to die in these climbs. I'll be playing around with the different few combinations, but I did swing by Cycles of Life bike shop here in town and picked up a Wolf Tooth 30 tooth, just in case I decide to play with that option. Tires, I threw on a pair of Dubnatals. I already had one. I had a Dubnatal Trinital combination. That's what I raced at the Austin Rattler. I'm told this is going to be, most sections of the course, it's almost like a big gravel race. So I was told to go with something a little faster, a little less knobby, even up front. So I went ahead and just bought one more Dubnatal, threw it on the back, and put the one I had in the front. So we'll see how it feels today. I don't see myself changing the tires though. Other than that, we are ready to get going, and I will be updating y'all on the trail. I forgot to mention I'm staying at the Roadway Inn. If you're not familiar, I'm pretty sure it's where most US presidents, world leaders, it's where they lounge for their Leadville stay along with other dignitaries of the world. Okay, so I'm officially walking for the first time up this pretty steep pitch on St. Kevin's. It's about a 14% grade. I'm not walking as early as I was the other day on a bigger gear, but I think no matter what the gear, I think this pitch needs to be walked, because even if I stay on the bike, I'm probably not going to be climbing much faster than I am walking, so no sense in wasting those calories. Okay, so I remember this part the other day. I think I walked most of it on a 34-21. So I'm going to try to climb this at least until that bend up there. So I'm pretty well past halfway on St. Kevin's now. Granted, although I was able to stay on the bike after the hairpin, I fluctuated between a pretty steady slow grind and, maybe a little breezier sort of 80 RPM cadence, and moving at about 11-12 miles an hour. But I'm already seeing that despite staying on the bike, I don't think it's going to make sense on this gear, because the amount of watts that I'm having to push out, it's going to be counterproductive. If this segment was just part of a 25-mile race, then hell yeah, I might even go bigger gear. But I already know I'm losing this gear. I'm just getting a full picture of it here. Had an e-biker to chase for a good while. That probably had something to do with it. Okay, so we're at the end of St. Kevin's. In previous years, you would go right here on the paved road, and that would take you to like Sugarloaf and eventually Powerline. But since all of that is closed this year due to the fires, we are going left, and we're basically going to go around like the north and east side of Turquoise Lake. So I'm about to bomb down this and then struggle bus up, I'm sure. job, guys. So I'm almost at that hairpin on the descent. It's pretty rainy right now. Good job, man. Feeling good still. I'm about almost 16 miles in. Been riding for 2 hours and 15 minutes. I did not take that paved descent all the way. I took it a few miles and then I turned around to feel the climb, and it was pretty gnarly, but I stayed on the bike, but I still think I need to gear down. So I'm gonna kind of regroup when I get back to the car. What's up? I am at the start of Columbine. Threw on a different gear, trying out 3019, going from a 3220. According to the gear inches, it's like less than an inch difference, which is kind of just exactly what I want, just something a tad easier, even if it's a little bit more spin. Okay, so I'm 2.35 miles in to Columbine. I have not walked yet, haven't dismounted for anything. This won't last the whole time, but this tells me I'm on the right gear. When you're climbing, especially in a race like this, you have to constantly watch your line. Even when you're going this slow, you got to avoid just some stupid little rock that's gonna just make your watts just go to waste. You have to switch different sides of the road. Look for harder packed areas. Avoid these ruts. See where it's kind of darker. It's probably going to be your most worn path. Actually, this is going to be smoother right here. Oh yeah. Still at about 9% gradient. 25 minutes in. Okay, so I am about halfway up Columbine. These old military vehicles I remember them when I was here last, and didn't realize at the time I was pretty much halfway up. But this is really the first half is really the easy half. Once you get above tree line, it gets really gnarly. The gravel really isn't gravel. It's more just like loose baby heads, and it gets real nasty. The grades are just brutal. Walking's gonna be inevitable for a lot of that second half, but that's okay. So it's official. I'm settling on 3220. It's just gonna make the most sense. It's the most tolerable grind, and it's gonna offer, you know, just enough speed on the flats. I can't have it both ways, so that's what I'm settled on. And so I'm gonna bomb down back to the bottom here, and yeah, I am done with my training. It's about 6:30 Thursday evening, and tomorrow I'm just gonna spin around on some flat pavement just to keep my blood kind of moving. But yeah, I'm gonna try to take it easy until Saturday morning. So other than that, here's the part y'all have been waiting for.